Well, it is cold, and I'll tell you why it's so cold. I'll tell you why I'm so cold right now. Is the blower on my car for some reason died. I'm going to show you guys Oakwood Cowboy as he comes around here. I'll show him to you. I swear he's coming. There's Oakwood Cowboy. He is a big boy. So picked him up last night on the way home from Miami Valley. We didn't get home late, and when I got in the car at Northfield Park, the fan wouldn't work on my car. And for those of you that ever had this happen, it seems like it's not a big deal, but it is a massive annoyance because it's cold today and I'm freezing in my car. And it's going to be hot at some point in the near future, and there'll be no air conditioning either. So I opted to make a few calls and drop this car off here to get it fixed as quickly as I can. As quickly as I can. That stuff annoys me. Doesn't it annoy you when little things that happen? And anyway, it'll be fixed very soon. So I showed you guys Oakwood Cowboy. We're probably going to enter him and race him here. His first start will be Sunday, I believe, in the non-winners of 6 on the pace. Now we've opted to race Austral Hanover on the non-winners of 6 in the trot. And I said to Jason, well, we got to get him raced. They only went in 56 the other night. That was per Lucky's class. Now, there is quite a wide berth. As much as I love Austral Hanover, there's quite a wide berth between Austral Hanover and Per Lucky. We'll get to Per Lucky in a second, and we'll continue with Austral Hanover. We'll see if he can do in this class. If not, he can head down to Kentucky. The reason being, I don't really care to race Tailgate Buzz and Austral Hanover in the PA All-Stars. Yes, they are paid into it, but that's also the class that Carter Michael Dio, Spitfire Overseas, and Crantini are paid into. And as much as I love Tailgate Buzz and Austral Hanover, they want no part of those three and horses like those three. So again, 2023 will work out very well for both those horses if we race them where they belong. Now, that leads to a little bit of a difficult question. Where's the best place for them? Tailgate Buzz has 4 wins. Austral Hanover has 5. They both have, I guess, around 50. I think actually Austral has over 60 made. Tailgate Buzz mid to high 40s, I believe, and he may even have over 50 made. So he looks good, that horse. So what exactly do we do? Well, we have horses going to Oak Grove Raceway next week, and they've been asking for entries. We are going to send Per Lucky there. We'll talk about that in a second and how that came about. We are going to send Took a Dive Off Dipper there. My plan is to send Atlas Hanover there when he's ready to go. And although I don't mind racing Austral Hanover here on Sunday, if he's going to be a fit for next week in Kentucky, then that's where he's going to go also. The only class for Tailgate Buzz here is the same non-winners of 6, which is a pretty salty crew, right? We just talked about that. So I'm going to send Tailgate Buzz down to Kentucky for my partners that are not licensed in Kentucky. Pretty easy place to get licensed. I think you can do it online if I'm not mistaken. And it's a 5% rule there also. So anything less than 5%, you won't need a license. A Kentucky license. So I think it's a good spot. He races for like $12,000 or $15,000. It's a watered down crew. He can work his way right up into the backup class, and that should sustain him right into June, where his first start will be in Pennsylvania. So we'll have a good 3-4 starts, quality starts hopefully, for Tailgate Buzz, and then he'll be off to, I don't know where the first Stallion Series event is, but he'll be off to that. I think it's June the 3rd, him and Austral Hanover. And I won't hesitate also, I believe Per Lucky fits for 1 week the class below the Open, which goes for $15,000, I believe, and that is where Austral Hanover would end up. Now, I don't want to get it to a place where the other problem is if Tailgate Buzz goes out and jogs and wins. I hope he does. If he does, then he too will be up in that class, which would kind of negate us from being able to that would kind of negate us from being able to race both of them down there. So just a lot of miniature moving parts, but a lot of moving parts today. We're looking to get Tailgate Buzz entered. We're looking to get Took a Dive Off Dipper entered. Per Lucky will be tomorrow. We're going to send Landing Strip down there because he fits. Now, there's a lot of my partners are going to say, well, can he not go to New Jersey? Absolutely not. He is not a New Jersey sired horse right now. We're trying to turn him into the nicest horse we can. He's not loaded with stakes this year, but that doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, when we can race him for $12,000 to $15,000 every single week, there's lots of money and lots of places to race this horse. The best place we could race him here at Northfield Park. He's training here right now. But when I watched the maidens the other day at Oak Grove, might be a much better place for him there. So my plan is today to try to line up. I already have the rides coming. I know Doyle can take them down there, but try and line up the horses to go down there. I don't want them to leave till Friday because Landing Strip is qualifying on Thursday. Now, I'm not going to qualify him, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Wednesday, I'm done around 10 o'clock. I'm going to get in my car, and I'm going to drive home, knowing that I'm not getting home at 2 because it's my wife's birthday on Thursday. And I would rather hang out with her for the entire day. Landing Strip's a pretty easy qualify, to be honest. Jason Merriman can go with him, or Luke, or anybody. Shouldn't be a real difficult proposition to qualify Landing Strip. Now, for the next couple of weeks, I won't be able to go down to Oak Grove because we're swinging Senorita. I didn't want to put the cart before the horse, so to speak, and say, oh, I'm going to be at Miami Valley for the final of the Hackett before we made it. But I'm going to be in the final of the Hackett, So John McDonald is down there now. I spoke to Johnny a little bit here the other night. He drove some horses for us in Kentucky, worked for me, which seems like a million years ago now. Johnny's a really good guy, got a good set of hands, and he'll do just fine down there with Landing Strip. Eric Padlin is going to be our trainer. Now, many of you haven't formally met Eric. Very nice, very reserved man, nice old horseman. Him and his wife work tirelessly on their horses. They're only going to take one of their own, I believe, to Kentucky. And take care of our horses down there also. So, Tailgate Buzz. In a perfect world, these horses would head down Friday. Tailgate Buzz should be in Sunday. Per Lucky will be in Monday, I believe. Took a Dive Off Dipper will be in this week. Landing Strip will be heading down, and Eric has one of his own. So those 5 will be heading down right away. Now we have some other horses that are on the list. Atlas Hanover, I've spoke quite a bit about him. Now, I don't want to get into a place where we have 2 horses in the open. So if Took a Dive Off Dipper is going to do really well down there, then Atlas may not be on the list. We may have to call an audible and put a different horse on that list. But the plan will be to have 6 or 7 or 8 horses down there, and then June the 13th, I plan on having at least 3, if not 4, 2-year-olds down there to go. In my mind right now, we're quite a ways away just yet. But speaking out loud or thinking out loud, I think Lover's Play, potentially Pickpocket. There's one other. Militant, I believe, is eligible also. I have to double check all those. So that is what's going on today. Now, I'll talk really quick about what took place last night. Obviously, Swinging Senorita was great in her return. I'm going to talk in another video about the entirety of last night, but this video, I guess, should probably stay geared towards planning. What are we planning for next week? Where are the horses going to be next week? I can give you a quick update. Oakwood Cowboy is going to race Sunday night in the hours of 6 here at Northfield Park. Ronnie Wren will be listed to drive him. Hopefully he can, because he's been driving him. Austral Hanover will be listed here also for Sunday night. I will drive Austral Hanover. Now, I have to come over Sunday night anyway, because Monday we're back at Miami Valley. Also, we have Tailgate Buzz will be racing Sunday in Oak Grove. That's the plan. I'm hoping we can get him in the numbers of 4, feed him in there somehow, also eligible, something would be nice. Per Lucky will race on Monday at Oak Grove, and I think Per Lucky going down there is kind of a no-brainer. You guys can watch him. He doesn't get around a half great. Yes, he won in 53 when he cleared to the front, and he wasn't pressured in the last turn, but when you put the pressure on him in the last turn, he gets on that left line real hard, or that right line real hard, and really cost him the race the other night, and that's not the first time it's happened here. If we had to race him here, fine, we could. But he's going to race for more money on a bigger track in Oak Grove. Now, the track was a little deep the other day, so we're going to add a little grab to the horses. The flip-flops have to come off. The ones that are wearing them for now, anyway, will send their flip-flops in a bag and race them probably in full swedges next week. Took a dive off Dipper. Tailgate Buzz has mushroom bars on. They should be okay. Landing Strip, I believe, just has normal shoes on. If he has flip-flops on, again, we're going to have to swap him out, I believe. But those are also things that are going on. And then, as I said, took a dive off Dipper. I'll be going down right away. I believe he fits the backup class. So it should be a good start for this week for us if we can get the horses in where they belong. Per Lucky in the non-winners of 7,000, I believe. Took a dive off Dipper in the same class on the pace side. And Tailgate Buzz. Hopefully we can maybe work him into the non-winners of 4, I hope. Eric will have his horse down there. Then the following week, Landing Strip will race. And if we find any other classes and any other horses that fit down there, then so be it. As I said, right now we will have 4. Eric will have his 1. We have 2 that will likely be on the way. Potentially Atlas Hanover and 1 other horse. But as I said, I would like to have 7 or 8 down there. So maybe we'll pick one up. I bid on one yesterday. Maiden non-winners of 2 is what we're looking for on the pace in particular. So we'll see if we can pick 1 or 2 of those up. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Now I'm going to do another video here in a minute talking about what went on last night, what I saw, what the takeaways were, and where we can go from here with the horses that did not as well yesterday. So I will talk to you soon. I know if you're anywhere in Northfield or anywhere in Ontario, you're not having a great day weather-wise. It is cold, and you know what? It's even colder when you don't have a fan in your car. Stuff drives me crazy. Anyway, stay warm. Take care.